The NFL is looking for an indefinite suspension of at least a year plus a fine to appeal to the decision of a disciplinary agent to suspend the quarter of Cleveland Browns Deshaun Watson for 6 games to have violated the personal policy of the league, said a person familiar with the file to the Associated Press. The person, speaking on condition of anonymity because the question is not public knowledge, also said that Watson would be required to undergo treatment before he could be reinstated. The league initially recommended a fine of $8 million and asked for a fine of $5 million in settlement negotiations that have never materialized, said another person involved in the AP talks. The call of the NFL grants Commissioner Roger Goodell, or to someone that he designates, the power to impose a more rigid sanction. The spokesman for the league, Brian McCarthy, said he should be determined if Goodell or someone else would hear the call. Former federal judge Sue L. Robinson issued his decision on Monday after Watson was accused by 24 women in Texas of sexual misconduct during massage treatments while playing for Houston's Texans. In his 16-page report, Robinson described Watson's behavior as more blatant than before examined by the NFL. Robinson's punishment, in her first case since she was jointly appointed by the league and the NFL Players Association, fell below the indefinite suspension of at least 1 year requested by the league. Thus, the NFL exercised its right to appeal on Wednesday, according to the collective agreement. The players' union has until the end of business on Friday to answer in writing. The union could contest the decision to appeal before the federal court, paving the way to a prolonged struggle. McCarthy said there was no calendar for Goodell or his representative to make a decision. According to the personal leadership policy, the appeal will be treated on an accelerated basis. In addition, it will be limited to the examination of the terms of discipline imposed, and on the basis of an examination of the existing file without reference to evidence or to the testimonies which are not considered before. The policy also indicates that the decision of the commissioner or his representative, who can cancel, reduce, modify or increase the discipline previously published, will be final and restrictive on all parties. This is the first time that the new CBA has been signed in 2020 that the league and the NFLPA have turned to a disciplinary agent named jointly to determine the violations of the personal conduct policy. In the P.